Take 15. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Story Time with the Leogas. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be sharing our love story. So I will share my side first. And first things first, we met at work. And my first impression of Rufaro, let me think.
Let me jump in right there. My first impressions of my wife.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You've actually never shared this with me.
I have.
If you did, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I have.
I don't think so. Tell me.
Okay. So yeah, first impressions of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were wearing that jumper that I do not like, or well, did not like, because it no longer exists.
Which one?
The brown and pink one.
Brown and pink.
Yeah, it was a weird
The
combination.
sweater.
The sweater, yes.
Was it winter? No, it can't be because it was in January when we met.
Was it January?
Yeah, it was January. You see, you've never shared it with me.
So you're wearing the Faith Wear t-shirt?
The red one,
Yeah,
potentially.
most likely.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I remember it was the staff. It wasn't a staff meeting. It was a
Uh-huh.
meeting for the residents who were going to be living at Arundel School.
Yeah.
Arundel School being the school where we met.
Mm-hmm.
We were both employed at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a residents meeting, and you were sat there. To be fair, I didn't pay much attention to you, if I may be honest with you. It
Mm-hmm.
was more when you then came into the sports
The
office.
sports department.
Yes.
Because from what you're saying, you don't even remember when I walked in. Because I saw you initially when I walked in. Because, like you're saying, relax. Because, like you say, we met at the residence meeting that happens before the term starts. So I remember walking in, and you're sat on the right, and I remember you're wearing your boat shoes, chinos, and your hair was tied up. Yeah, your hair was tied up in the pineapple. And I don't remember the shirt that you're wearing. And
I
then
think it was a navy coal shirt.
the one that I don't like.
What do you mean you don't like? It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, that one. But anyway, yes, that's what you're wearing. You're sat on my right. I walked into the staff room and I saw you. I'm like, okay. And then I went on about my life. Yeah. That was the
Yeah.
first time I saw you.
Well, clearly, as we can see, I don't remember when I first
Oh
saw
my
you.
God.
I didn't pay attention. I was moving onto campus for the first time. One, um,
Mm-hmm.
you had the experience of not living, well, living at a school
Yes, because I'd lived at Ruzawi.
while you were working there.
Yes.
Yeah. See,
Uh-huh.
so I was me. It was the first time I've worked at summer camps and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
never moved on to an all girls campus. That was scary for me. Um,
I don't remember if you're actually paying attention because, okay, I left out some details because when I walked in, I saw you sat on my right. I was like, nice, okay. And then I went, and then I went on to sit wherever I sat. Like it was just, okay, nice. And then I sat down. Yeah. And that was that. It wasn't love at first sight. Mm.
yeah, no, I don't. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't take stock of you, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
So when did you actually notice that there's this baddie?
Uh,
Baddie.
at that point in time, she was
I'm
not a baddie.
joking.
I will be honest with you guys. I noticed you when you
Uh,
came into the sports department
uh-huh.
because that was when our boss at the time
Mm-hmm.
then, in essence, paired us up because you were sat beside me in the office,
Mm-hmm.
and I was given the responsibility of helping you
Yeah.
settle in.
To show me the ropes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to show you the ropes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I kind of noticed you. And even
Okay.
then, it wasn't really like oh, this is a
No.
baddie. No,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't quite like that. Um, I
Chest
think,
pains.
but
Yeah, good.
to be completely transparent and honest, I think it was
Uh-huh.
at the time I wasn't really looking to date.
Okay.
So that was why I didn't take
Oh,
note of you.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but I do remember our first interaction. I do remember that because that
Okay.
was the day.
No, no, no. But wait, let me just take you back, boss. When you say that you're not looking to date, it sounds as if I was looking to date. No, I wasn't looking to date anyone. I think I was actually dating somebody then. I think I was genuine. I must have been dating somebody. But when I saw you, it was more of acknowledgement. Like, oh, okay, he's a good looking man. Not that I then fell in love or I was looking for somebody. Make sense?
No, that makes sense. That's
Yeah.
completely fair. I mean, I just wasn't looking at the time, so
Sorry, I hijacked your point. They can go on.
no, it's fine. It's all right.
Our first interaction.
Yeah. So back to our first interaction. That
Yeah.
was kind of the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and it was you were logged into Excel.
I don't like where this is going, but go on. Uh-huh.
You asked me how to. I can't remember what the exact
Don't
task or the
say.
prompt in Excel was, but
Uh-huh.
basically you asked for assistance with doing something. And then
Mm-hmm.
I said, sure, go to the top left hand corner of the screen.
Uh-huh.
Does said individual not go to the top right hand corner of the screen? Then I said, no, top left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you see where it says file? She goes back and forth along the top where
Uh,
the different options are within Excel. And she's like, I can't
mm-hmm.
see file. I was like, oh, those are the basics of Excel. Everyone knows where file is.
I
What?
genuinely don't remember that, but I just remember you saying I didn't listen to the instruction you gave me.
Yep.
But the details, like you sharing now, okay.
Yeah. And but
Uh huh.
anyway, long story short, back and forth
Uh.
trying to get there. We eventually get it done. And I
Mhm.
sat back in my seat thinking, wow, this person doesn't listen.
Uh.
They do not listen. I mean, at the time, I think we both laughed it off. But
Uh.
in my mind, I was like, yo,
But you overthink things.
it's not
Now
that I
you're.
overthink things. You asked me for help
Uh huh.
on how to do a specific task. I give you
Mhm.
the help you need, and
And you
you're not
don't take
listening.
it.
And I'm like, this person's new. Surely you should just listen and do the instruction as being said.
Okay.
So yeah, so that was I think the first time
The first interaction
that we interacted, and you made an impression on me.
of not listening.
Well, I wouldn't say of not listening, but not being a very good follower of instructions. That's what I would phrase it as.
Okay. All right. To be fair, I don't remember when I actually interacted with you for the first time. I don't know if that was the first time in the office.
That was what I remember because that was the moment that kind of gave me the person I was sat next to,
Okay.
an insight into the person I was sat next to.
Okay. I genuinely don't remember my first interaction. Maybe that was the first interaction with you. Could be.
Well, clearly it wasn't memorable
That
if you can't remember it.
was potentially our first interaction. Uh, and now I'm trying to think like at what point, since it wasn't love at first sight, now I'm trying to remember like at what point did we transition to dating and then marriage? I'm trying to, we started spending so much time together because,
COVID.
yes, then COVID happened. And then we just found ourselves spending so much time together. Or he would come to my place and spend time with me. That's when I'm like, yo, my guy, what's happening here? Yeah.
For the record,
You were sneaky about it, boss.
for the record, what had happened was my mother got
Yeah.
sick with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I was technically in quarantine because we didn't know if I would have it as well, considering I'd just been with her a couple of days prior.
Mm-hmm.
So I was stuck in my house, and then Belinda was going out to do her workout. So I was like, I'll
Okay.
tag along, but keep my distance because it's open air. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
wearing a mask, or even if I'm not wearing a mask, but I am distance from you, you'll be fine. So I
Mm-hmm.
went, tagged along. She did a workout while I was um, in technically quarantine at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember my role was to assist you with your workout because I'm the coach in this scenario, and you were the person who, at that time, was working, um,
In the same department.
yeah, working in the same department, and also trying to achieve your fitness goals at the same time. That's what I wanted to say.
So you plugged yourself in.
I didn't plug myself
What
in.
did you do?
I decided to help my colleague. At
Okay.
that point in time, I'm not gonna lie to you, I
Uh,
hadn't even looked at you like, ooh,
uh,
yeah,
uh-huh.
this could be my wife. No.
Uh-huh.
Um, my mother was sick. If my mother's got COVID and I'm there thinking,
Mhm.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
my chance. That's a bit
Mm,
crazy.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was then when we started spending more
Spending more.
time with each other,
Yeah.
and I think the pivotal moment
Okay.
was around your birthday. Because when
Yeah.
this all was going down, this was about December time. Because I remember it was in December, around December, January,
Just
when,
December.
yeah,
Yes.
December, January time, when I
Mm-hmm.
was meant to be in quarantine. Well, I was in
Mm-hmm.
quarantine, but in Arundel school. And
Mm-hmm.
then, um, yeah, that's when we then started spending actual time
Time
together and
together.
getting to know each other. And
Yeah.
then from there,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you then say that I ambushed you in your house by always being there apparently and trying to slide in your TMs by physically being in your house, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But
That's what you did,
nah,
boss.
that's not what I did.
What did you do then?
So what I did
Yeah.
was
Mm-hmm.
I needed a friend,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
And I thought it would be good for us to be friends
Okay.
because you seemed like a logical person after that incident you had with me in the office.
A logical person doesn't listen.
Well, after that incident in the office, I kind of, seen you in a
Uh-huh.
different light now that I'd spent time with you, and just
Okay.
wasn't thinking of, dang, this is my colleague who doesn't listen. You seemed like a person with substance. You actually were looking to get somewhere. I remember because it was when I visited you and you had it was your like, it wasn't a vision board. It was a vision board, I guess you could call it a
It,
vision board. It was a whiteboard
it was a whiteboard,
with
yes.
all your goals and
Yeah.
your aspirations on it. That's when I was like, okay, this is a person who actually looks like they're trying to get somewhere. And even if we don't, what you call it,
Get together like
get
that.
together like that, at
Mm-hmm.
least they're a friend who's got an idea of where they want to be, and I could benefit from this friendship. So it was more the fact that I wanted to be your friend because you seemed like a person who had a sense of direction and was
Mm-hmm.
being progressive. And personally, I like being around people who are progressive. I'm not really a fan of people that just, circle around the same issues in life. So yeah, so that was pretty much it, really, as far as my story and timelines go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh yes, I was explaining the pivotal moment. Sorry. So yeah, and then the pivotal moment came after spending all that time together,
Mm-hmm.
up in your flat at the time because you were in an area that was slightly bigger because it was attached to a dorm basically.
Yeah.
So you had a bit more space, and because there were very few of us on campus at the time,
Yeah.
you were pretty much had the entire wing to yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'd come and visit you because there was more space. And yeah, then the pivotal moment came when it was your birthday.
Yes.
This is a good story. It was your birthday, and
Uh-huh.
we you decided you were going to go with the junior mistresses, so basically the interns at the school at the time,
Mm-hmm.
to go for a walk around the dam,
Mm-hmm.
because we weren't allowed to leave campus because it was quarantine.
Yeah.
So you guys decided, and then you invited myself and some other people that were on campus at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to tag along. We went for the walk, finished the walk. Everyone had fun. We had a laugh. We all
Mm-hmm.
had fun together. And then we got back, and then it was the next day when I went to my parents' house,
Yeah.
and my uncle had brought zumbani.
Was it the next day or it was on that day?
It was the following day.
It was the following day.
I remember this distinctly
Okay.
because
All
I
right.
was told off about it. So the following day, go
Mm-hmm.
home, pick up some zumbani because my uncle had dropped off some zumbani at home because apparently it had medicinal properties that would help with COVID
With
at the time.
COVID, yeah.
And obviously my mom had just been sick, so she needed it. But it grew wildly on his farm, so he brought quite a bit. So I took some, and I was like, oh, this will be a great joke to give Belinda some as flowers because her
Because of
and
birthday.
her housemate
Mm-hmm.
well, roommate at that point,
Mm-hmm.
were now using Zumbani as a form of just making sure that they wouldn't get sick. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, so it'll be perfect joke. Bouquet of Zumbani, day after her birthday, brought you a birthday gift of flowers, thinking that we were friends at the time. Um,
Mm,
and then
okay.
wait, whoa,
All
whoa,
right.
whoa, I'm telling my side of the story,
Okay. Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
thinking we're friends, only for said individual to be quite upset with me, and I only figured this out months later. Months later, only when she then decided to tell me that she expected an actual gift and was quite upset with me for bringing a bouquet of Simbani. I was like,
Because to be honest, I thought something was going on because my expectation was founded in something. The fact that we were spending so much time together and it was my birthday. So the girlie was expecting a gift and then you bring some. I think I've got a picture. I don't know if we can add the picture, but yeah, you came with Zumbani.
a
I was
picture
like,
does exist. We'll add
yeah.
it.
I was like, what is this? But anyway, I was annoyed because we're spending so much time together. You know that phase when it's not a relationship, but it's pre-relationship. That's where we were at. And you bring me Zumbani, boss.
So what you're saying is you had created a relationship in your mind without communicating with the person that you were in a relationship
So why were you coming
with.
to my house and spending all that time in my house?
I
You
explained to the
needed a
people.
friend.
I saw a friend who was going somewhere. Well, I saw a human who was going somewhere with their life, and I was like, well, to be fair, I'd like to be part of this in terms of being on their team. I didn't realize that I was going
Ah,
to be the captain on the team. I just thought I
okay.
was a team member.
All right. And I think from then, that's when I asked you that what is this? You can't just be coming to my house and spending time with me. What is this? That's when we got into a relationship because we started dating in March. Yes, I remember that. We started dating in March and all of my birthday was in Feb.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and
Mm-hmm.
then we started dating in March. That's when I asked the important question. Yes. Make sure you ask the important question.
Yes, communicate,
Yes.
communicate. At that point, then we decided, okay, fine, we'll try and pursue this and see where it goes
Yeah.
with intentionality instead of me just coming to visit,
Yeah.
because that's what I was doing.
You're being sneaky.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we then established a relationship. We started dating. And then fast forward, I then gave you an ultimatum as well. And that's how
Yeah,
we then stepped into marriage.
marriage. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I remember I just wasn't happy with my job anymore and I was starting to look for other opportunities. And then I told them that,
Pause. Sorry.
uh-huh.
She wasn't happy. She was looking for new opportunities. Guess who drove her to find these new opportunities? This guy.
Yeah, you did. And I did appreciate that.
Yeah.
We were
I'm
going.
just letting them know before you
Uh,
give me the ultimatum, but just
okay.
letting you know.
Yeah. So now we're going out, and then I'm not happy with my job. I want to leave. I wasn't getting anything. I was applying. We went for so many interviews. I remember the one time it was during my lunch break when you drove me for an interview, and the candidate who went in before me delayed, and I had to go back because my lunch hour was over, and I remember crying. But anyway, um, back to the main story. I started looking for opportunities outside of Zimbabwe. And then that's when everyone was leaving for the UK. And I'm like, yo, boss, what's happening? Are we gonna get married? I didn't say, are we gonna get married or what? But I said, I'm thinking of leaving the country, but I'm not gonna make a decision based on this relationship. What do I tell my parents that I've gotten an opportunity in the UK, but I cannot go because of a boyfriend? So that was me just saying, if I leave the country, I'm not going to consider you. I'm not going to make a lifelong decision based on a relationship which is not legal, if I can say.
To be fair, I think you could make a decision because I was the MVP that you hadn't told that I was the MVP.
fair and fine.
No, okay, let me be
Fair and
serious.
fine.
Let me be serious because obviously at this point we've
Yeah,
established things.
yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine, babe, in an African home, going to tell my parents because we are rooted in I would tradition, if I can say. So for me, it just wouldn't make sense for my family, for my parents, my brother, and my sister to tell them that I've gotten an opportunity, but I'm not gonna take it because my boyfriend. Mm. So that's when I gave the man's an ultimatum. Yeah.
She thinks she gave me an ultimatum. That's the funniest bit.
I did though.
You did, but you can
Uh-huh.
only give a person an ultimatum if they're not making a decision. Well, not necessarily not making a decision, if they
Mm-hmm.
are looking like they are not going to. I guess, let me put it this way. It sounds
Uh,
harsh, but
uh-huh.
I'm trying to mince my words here because I'm trying to put it in a very diplomatic manner.
And the
But
uh-huh.
basically, let me
Uh-huh.
just say it as it is.
Okay.
If you're giving someone an ultimatum, that
Mm-hmm.
means you need them to make a hard and fast decision because they're not
Mm-hmm.
likely to make
The right.
the right decision. Okay?
Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
that's the ultimatum, right?
Uh-huh.
In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I had looked at the options on the table. She had explained the opportunity she had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Looking at where we were trajectorying to, if that's a word, or where we were headed
Headed
to,
to, yeah.
which I think, looking at our trajectory,
Mm-hmm.
where we were headed to
Yeah.
give it better English, um, it made sense for us to stay the course of what we were doing. So hence why when you then handed me the ultimatum, it was like this makes no sense to me.
Okay.
And given where we were headed to and what we had built up to in terms of
Mm-hmm.
now not necessarily just spending random time together, but intentional time of getting to know each other, understanding the person we were getting to know in terms of their goals, their aspirations, and what they wanted to achieve in life.
Okay.
Um, and at that point, you also knew where I was headed, what I was trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this opportunity then came up for you, which then kind of threw you off, I think.
Okay.
And then you threw this ultimatum at me, and I was like, okay, this makes no sense, but okay, cool. If that's the road we're going to go down, then that's the road we're going down.
It's okay.
Then yeah, so I responded to the ultimatum by saying, okay, cool. If that's what it takes, then let's do it. And yeah, that's what then happened. Because at the time, I don't think it made sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. At least
Mm-hmm.
maybe I hadn't communicated well enough that we were going somewhere. I think we had that conversation that we were going somewhere.
I'm trying to remember. Like, had you communicated we're going somewhere?
I feel like I did. Hence why it didn't make sense to
You potentially had, but I was still saying that I cannot let go of this opportunity and make a decision based on where we headed. There's no guarantee that we're going there.
me. Yeah, because we couldn't. So to give better explanation and better context,
Uh-huh.
because obviously engagement is not a thing, because it was more. Um,
I think it depends with the family.
that's what I was about to say. For
Yeah.
us, it was not an option. Like because of your family's position with how they viewed how marriage is supposed to work, that
Mm-hmm.
engagement was not an option. So therefore, there was no like, okay, we'll just be engaged while we try and sort ourselves out in the different areas that we're working on, and then check in 6 months down the line to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that we're meant to be where we are. If we aren't where we are, doesn't really matter. We might as well just unite and work as a united front anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Type thing, but at least it was to give you that security as well as your family the security that I'm not really going anywhere. It's not like I'm playing games. Not to say that I was playing games or anything like that. It's
No,
just
he wasn't.
obviously because this opportunity has come up now. Um, People then start questioning like, you've got an opportunity here to actually do something with
Do
yourself,
something. Yeah.
or you could just stay with this man's and do nothing type thing. And I didn't think it was that because knowing what you wanted to aspire, well, to achieve in life and what you're aspiring to, it didn't make sense to me. That option, the
To go to
opportunity did
the
not make
UK.
sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you felt what you felt, and you felt you needed to say what you needed to say, and yeah,
I don't know if I was actually gonna go genuinely. That's another thing.
I don't think you'd have ever gone. Not saying that you weren't capable, but I don't think.
For the job, yeah, I don't think I would have gone for the job. Yeah. But anyway, we now just going on and on.
So yeah, so that was it. So yeah, my wife handed me an ultimatum to force me to marry her, basically.
To force you, wow.
Yeah, you tried to stiff arm, well, not stiff arm me, to twist my arm into marrying me. So yeah,
No, I didn't, babe. I did not. You had a choice to make and you made a choice.
so she she
You could
she
have let me
classifies it.
go.
She classifies it as having given me a push towards making the right decision. But in my mind, I
Uh-huh.
had made the choice already. Because a reason why also, to
Uh-huh.
kind of give you guys some better context and understanding here, the
Uh-huh.
reason why also I feel like we had that conversation is
Mm-hmm.
because then it became a financial problem because we were speaking about the lobola that would be involved. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think I was in a position to be able to afford marriage and be able to look after you.
Okay.
That was my only gripe.
But you never communicated all of this. These are things happening in your head, but you never actually gave me this information.
I think I did.
No, babe, you didn't.
I feel like I did. The only reason I say I think I did
Uh-huh.
is because at that time, I think that was when I had just purchased a car to try and now get myself prepared for marriage. So I purchased a car.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously, I was living in a space of my own. So if I did get married, I had a vehicle for us to be able to use,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a space for us to live in. So at least that was sorted.
Okay.
And then the next thing was now to acquire assets to put inside the house,
Yeah.
of which I think I was using my parents' old fridge at the time, as
Yeah.
well as my parents' old TV or the spare TV that was at home.
Yeah. But
Um,
you had the
and
couch.
yeah, I'd purchased my own couch.
You had a fully furnished house. Yeah. Whether you got it from the parents or whatever, it's not like they're expecting those items back.
No, they weren't. They
Yeah.
definitely weren't. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, I felt I needed to establish myself.
Okay.
Because
I
I mean,
get
if
you.
they then decided, okay, we need to take these things back, it was going to be fun times for us. Um, yeah. Okay, that much I hadn't communicated. But I
Mm-hmm.
do know that at some point after purchasing the car, I did talk about the fact that I needed to just build up my reserves.
Okay.
So I might not have articulated myself well enough for it to come
Mm-hmm.
across as there is a
A
specific point
point.
in the future that I'm
Okay.
trying to get to. But I did at least let you know that the only reason we weren't progressing beyond where we were was for financial reasons. And then I remember because even when we had the conversation about, okay, we're going to make the decision to get married, it was
Mm-hmm.
now a case of trying to establish how we would get to where we wanted to in terms of the furnishing of the home and getting other things that needed to be done. So, which was now kind of the financial side more than it was anything else.
And in as much as you say that, babe, because I had acquired my own furniture that we could have synchronized into our new home.
Correct.
Yeah.
However,
Mm-hmm.
there is the fact that there is the traditional element,
Uh-huh.
whereas,
A girl child.
yeah, as a girl child,
Mm-hmm.
your family takes the assets you've acquired. So that was the other thing we had to then kind of navigate after we then decided we're going to get married. Because then we had to
Mm-hmm.
put out feelers to try and see what your family would take and what they wouldn't take.
Yeah, and I think it depends. with your family, because it's not set in stone to say that when you get married, everything. Traditionally, yes, if the family is deep rooted in culture like that, you go with nothing, you leave everything. Yeah. And it was different with my family.
Yeah, which then did help us massively. Um, so yeah, so yeah, that's where I was with all of this. Even though you're throwing an ultimatum at me, it's okay. Next time, I think
But it worked, right? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, anyway, if you,
learning point of the day:
yeah,
communicate with your partners, ladies. Don't give them ultimatums.
you can.
Just hear them out. Hear them out. Maybe they have a plan. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
Sometimes you don't need to know the plan, just give them an ultimatum. Anyway, if you want to prepare for marriage and know some of the steps that you can take, we've got a video that we recorded that you can watch. It's going to be somewhere on the screen. Yeah. So please do give it a watch. Thank you very much.
As the post editing guy, I'm letting you guys know it'll be right here. Okay, this will be the video, and then we'll probably have another video in this corner telling you to go
Okay.
to this playlist. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's a playlist
No,
or
it's just a video.
it'll be another video, probably our most watched video. Go watch that too. It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Our love story.
not our love story. That was the story of how I was
Give it.
twisted.
Nobody was twisted.
Well, my arm was twisted.
Nah, boss.
My
Uh-uh.
hand in marriage
Mm-mm.
was twisted into marriage. So yeah.